known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Gun. 11 MT.
Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The Bengals are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. On play action, they'll throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Jackson, option right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
2nd down and 6 now.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
11.
Burrow will throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
11 MT.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. And what's going to be the final play of this first quarter?
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just shutting him off there.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Gardner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
1-1, ready? 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Here we go.
Boyd's someone who seems like he's been underrated his entire 7-year career, and I think that assessment is correct. Quietly gathered almost 800 yards last season and was a big pump.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Ja'Marr Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now 2nd and 5.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
In motion left goes a tight end.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right? They just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
12.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 1, ready?
2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Gun.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the 1st half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. That is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mitchell now off the option. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. To the right side, this is Edwards pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's 3rd and 3. Jackson now. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
2nd down and a yard. Now Lamar changing the look. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Another run with Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll start this drive just across. Pretty nice work on the return.
Their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next
11
drive.
empty, 11 empty.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because Not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Here we go, here we go. 11, mighty, 11.
First down, here's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on...
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Down the sideline he goes.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
First down and goal to go at the 4-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Mitchell will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Ravens 21, Bengals 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11, Tommy.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get that.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
12.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
11, MP, Tate.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general...
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Bengals Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they run that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They use great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
An option give now to Mitchell.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught. Mitchell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Have to take this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Burrow. And that's complete to Brown.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here comes 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
They run over center with Mitchell.
Fighting him off. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Tucker lining up for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Ravens 31. Bengals 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
12, 12, 12.
Throwing, Burrow.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, than a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Throwing now is Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. A give here to Mitchell. Now he's loose again, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
This challenge is set up here in the fourth quarter with less than 90 seconds left. You're ahead by 4. You have the ball on your opponent's 2-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers! And just like that, another Ultimate Challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.